Okay, and one of the
for the mojito is mint. Mint creates a different distinct herbaceous flavor in it. So for the mojito, we'll take a Tom Collins glass. In this, we are gonna put some lemon slices. 2 to 3 lemon slices is enough.
and now we will be taking mint. Mint is a very flavorful herb.
Correct way to use it is to take the mint and tap it. When you tap this mint, what happened? It actually releases its flavonoids or the oils. So when we tap the mint, it creates its flavonoids and we are not gonna tear it. We are straightly putting it into our glass. Now we'll take a muddler. This is a muddler. Muddler is basically thing which is used to muddle or to squeeze out the juices and the flavor right into the glass. So here we have the muddler which is having a textured end right into the glass. We're gonna muddle it. This creates and this releases the flavor of lemon also and also mint flavor. We have taken our muddler out. Now we are gonna add sugar syrup to it. So as I am using strawberry syrup as well, so sugar syrup I'll be using a little that is 5 ml. And yes, this is our measurer. This is also called as jigger. This is 30 ml and this is 60 ml. Just 5 ml, little bit. And now the flavor, which is strawberry. So strawberry we will be adding by 10 ml around, 10 to 20 ml. So we'll pour the strawberry into our jigger or a peg measure and we'll pour it down over here in the glass. This is gonna give a distinct flavor and a taste to our mojito, which is a sort of something new to the cocktail or a mocktail, because cocktail and a mocktail is basically more about the creating and the innovation. What kind of innovation you can do in your glass. Now, most important thing for the mocktail or for this particular mocktail is the ice, which is a crushed ice. So here we have our ice chiller. You're gonna take your crushed ice over here and pour it down. If you see my hand, I am pouring it down like this by covering it so that we do not spill our drink or our any ice on the bar counter. To keep it clean and nice, we're gonna add lots of ice into it because this particular drink is all about chilled refreshing vibes. Now the main ingredient. I am using this lemon syrup is because this particular lemon gives flavor but a little bit of flavor. So to balance it out, I'm gonna give it more flavor. Here comes the all-rounder spoon for our bar. This is called a bar spoon, which we'll be using. So a tablespoon of now once when we'll be pouring our carbonated water or lemon and lime sparkling water. You can also use Sprite into this if you don't have. And now we'll be stirring it and pouring it down. And your mojito is ready. Now we are gonna garnish it. Remember, garnishing is an eye-appealing thing, but also it tells about that particular mocktail or a cocktail. So when we'll be using this garnish, we're gonna first use mint, which was our one of the flavoring ingredient. So I'm gonna put the mint over here. This is our mint. And we have also used lemon into it. So we're gonna add a decorative lemon piece. I have already placed this up. This part can be tricky because it's all about the appeal. And here your strawberry mojito is ready. Quite refreshing and a very easy and a classic drink. Now, few tips on this. If you are a bit health conscious, you don't want to add sugar syrup or the flavoring syrup, you can also use honey and jaggery as well. And you can directly use fresh fruits. So here, cheers. I'm gonna clean up my bar area because remember, after every drink, you need to clean your area to start the creation of other thing. This was somewhat easy and somewhat makeable. Now we are gonna go upright to a very beautiful and eye-appealing mocktail, that is an evening cooler. Why I am saying evening cooler is because you're gonna see it now. So for the evening cooler, I'm gonna use orange juice, pineapple juice, blue curacao. It is a syrup. It is a pineapple based syrup. And of course, sugar syrup. Now why I'm using sugar syrup into this is because orange is citrusy. It's gonna give you a sour taste. Along with pineapple, which is again a citrusy and give you a bit sour taste. So to balance it out, we have sugar syrup. Mocktail creating is all about balancing the flavors, balancing the taste. So here we have a martini glass. Martini glass or the most regularly used cocktail glass or a mocktail glass. A fun tip is that if you are using your glasses and if you are using ice into it, so that is not a problem. But if you are not using ice into your particular glass, then what you need to do, you can just simply take your glass, take the ice. Before making the drink, just swirl the ice into this. This is gonna automatically cool down your glass. If you can see, we have now the water droplets over here. Now what all things we gonna do? Now we gonna use our muddler. Sorry, our shaker. It is a cocktail shaker. It has three things: a cap, a strainer cap, and a glass or a steel glass. So what we are gonna do first? We're gonna add ice to it. Why I am using ice into this is because This particular drinks doesn't gonna carry ice into this, so we need to chill it down. It's a chilled cocktail, it's a layered cocktail because we are gonna create a layers on this. Now we're gonna keep 1:1:1 ratio. According to your taste, according to your size of the glass, you can decide. If I'm using 10 ml of orange juice, I'm gonna use 10 ml of pineapple juice. That is 1:1. And again, I'm gonna use syrup 10 ml. So I have poured my drink into this particular shaker. I'm gonna mix it with the ice. Cool it down. Now I don't want ice on my drink, so I'm gonna use the strainer. We'll just simply rinse it off. Now again, I'm gonna take ice and pineapple juice. Remember 1:1 ratio. I am using just 10 ml of orange juice, then I'm gonna use 10 ml, 20 ml of 20 ml of orange juice and 20 ml of pineapple juice. If you notice, I'm using different color of drinks to create a level or a layer. My drink is blended and mixed. Now I'm gonna pour it down. Now here comes the magic. I'm gonna use this bar spoon for this magic. Slowly I'm gonna place it down over here and start pouring down my juice. And if you notice, I have created a layer. And now finally the reveal time. Why I have said it's a sunset cooler. First of all, it's a cooling drink. Now here comes the magic. First of all, this is the croissant drink. It's a syrup which has a quite dense flow. We're gonna take the syrup. Again, the bar spoon and the magic. Slowly I'm gonna pour it down. If you'll notice, it's creating a layer. Now, why I said this is a evening cooler is because if you see, it looks like a dawning evening sky. It's going like this. We are coming to the evening. Now for the garnish, again, it has an orange juice in it. So what type of garnish we're gonna use? Orange. So this is my orange. Voila. Here's another drink, which is a layered drink. Cheers. Now, step repeat. The most easier than the mojito, is our next drink, which is a tropical drink and a sort of a heavier on the taste. Why I'm saying it's a tropical drink? Because it uses a tropical fruit, a fruit that is goes or grows in a tropical areas. So for this drink, we are gonna use coconut cream and again pineapple juice. A very simple drink, and we are gonna use a beer goblet. It is up to your creativity in which glass you want to pour your drink, in which glass you want to serve your drink. So for this particular drink, we are gonna use the method which is called blending. We're gonna blend these two together. Now, I'm gonna take my blender. Here also, in here, this particular drink, we're gonna keep our ratio is 2:1. Why 2:1? Because we have pineapple in it. Pineapple is a very pungent taste mixed with a milky thing or something which is milk based, something which is very dense. So we don't want it to get overpowered. This particular taste to get overpowered. So here I'm gonna pour it down my drink. First we're gonna swirl it down. If I'm using 100 ml of drink into this, then we're gonna use 50 ml of juice. How are we gonna measure our 50 ml? Now the other thing is we're gonna add our ice into this. Why ice? Because we're gonna blend it down with the ice to make it chill. Each and every drink is to create some sort of cooling, refreshing stimulation to us. Now I'm gonna blend it down. Now we have blended our amazing drink. Now it's time to pour. This is our simple, refreshing, tropical blended drink. Now, nothing new. We're gonna use a pineapple in it. Why pineapple? Because it is showing it's a milky drink, but this pineapple is gonna give the hint that this particular drink contains pineapple. Cheers. Sorry. No worries, we have another thing as well. A good bartender or a good service person always keeps a backup. If you have any doubts, I can take that now or else we can move forward. Any doubts till now? Chalo. Now coming to our next drink, which is citrus sparkle. Citrus sparkle. The name suggests it has a citrusy fruit in it. So, first of all, we'll start with our citrusy fruit, which is gonna be orange and sweet lime. Now we are gonna use sugar syrup into this and again carbonated water. So why sparkle? The sparkle is because when we're gonna add our carbonated water into this, carbonated water gonna bring out the effervescence or a carbon bubbles or a fizz. We're gonna give a feeling of a sparkle having in that glass for this particular drink. We are going to use orange first. And why I'm using sugar syrup in this is because it's gonna balance the sour taste of this particular drink. So what I'm gonna do? 50 ml of orange. Now here our measure would be 1:1, 60 ml of orange, 60 ml of sweet lime. Sweet lime also known as Mossambi. This particular drink is about the build up. We are building this up. One above other, one above other. And now sugar syrup. Sugar syrup, we are pouring down little bit of sugar. Little bit like Mojito, but with the absent flavor of mint and more flavor of the citrusy fruit. Now we're gonna add our fizz. If you come closer to it now, it has a fizz, and when you stir, it creates a fizz. Here's a citrus sparkle, a more citrusy and a build up drink because we have built it up. beverages are something which is not bound to be just sweet or sour. It can be healthy as well. Like our next drink, it will be more of a healthy and a refreshing drink. So for this drink, we're gonna use cucumber. Now the fun part, we're gonna use tonic water. Tonic water is a particular carbonated drink which has an infusion of quinine, a particular type of herb, which is equally a medicinal drink. So this particular drink is a herbal and a medicinal beverage. Can be served as a mocktail. And to balance it out, again, sugar syrup. So our gimlet. Now we are gonna take our shaker. In this particular shaker, I'm gonna add my cucumber and ice. To chill it down. And we're gonna use our tonic water. Not just vigorously shaking, but just mixing it up. Some drinks are very easy to make, some drinks are tricky, but gives a visual appeal. But any of which way, a drink is always a refreshing and a way of getaway to your life or a boring life, and you can enjoy these drinks with your friends and families and everyone. So in this particular beverage, I'm gonna go little bit artsy because I personally like this drink. It's gonna give a very good visual appeal. Now the pour time. Now I don't want it to be more pulpy. So what I'll do, I'll just remove the strainer because this particular strainer is a very porous one. I'm gonna use my bar strainer, which gonna refine it down. my drink, which is Gimlet, cucumber gimlet. Cheers.
Students are mentioning that it's a wonderful class. Thank you for the
Okay. This particular class or the class is all about the fun. You can create your own beverages as well. Is because beverage making is more of an art and an innovation, and beverage making is also a career. Bartender is a person who makes the beverages, but mixologist is a person who creates the dish. Just like a chef, a person who creates new beverages is the mixologist. Now, the end of the session or the last drink of the session before it's gonna end. This particular drink is all about the innovation. This particular drink, actually, I got clicked an idea. Why not give it a spin to a classic type of cocktail or a mocktail to somewhat a seasonal spin, है ना? Seasonal punch. So for this particular drink, I'm gonna use jamun, a seasonal fruit loved by all and has a childhood memory. And the drink I'm gonna create is Mule. Just because it has a purple color, I have given this drink a name Purple Mule. This is a ginger ale. It's a ginger flavored carbonated water. Some sort, a non-alcoholic sort of beer. Now this particular drink, it has ginger, it has jamun. And if we go back to our childhood, to our memories, jamuns are best paired with salt. Everybody has this memory to just climb up a tree, get the jamuns and eat it with some sort of a salt, black salt or a regular table salt. So for this particular drink, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my glass and this is a glass rimmer. What I'm gonna do, I'll just open it up for you. This particular glass rimmer, it has salt, it has sugar. So lemon juice, it has just rimmed my glass. And now salt. This particular drink is actually my big favorite. Everybody have created Mule, and why this drink is named Mule is because a ginger has a very pungent and a very strong taste. That's why what happens, mule is the animal which kicks very strongly. So when you drink a mule, you get a kick back in your throat, back in your tongue. That's why I'm using ginger ale, and with the ginger ale I'm gonna create purple mule. Nothing very fancy name, but still a innovative drink. And for the sweetness, sugar syrup. So I have brimmed this glass. It's gonna give a salty and a sour taste paired with the jamun, a tangy flavor with a pungent taste of ale. So to balance it out, sugar syrup. Now we're gonna add a jamun puree.
Now someone is asking why we are not using mother.
We are not using madla because we have already extracted the flavor of jamun by blending it. That's why we are not using the madla. We are just settling it down with the spoon. Because madla is something which extract out the flavor, the flavonoids and the oils, which that's why we have used that in the mojito. Now the ginger ale. It's gonna pour it out. So we're gonna let it rest. And here our beautiful mule is ready. You can create this particular drink with other fruits as well, particularly sweet fruits. So to balance it out. Now a few tips. I'm gonna lay it down and we're gonna discuss few tips or some bar secrets. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, the forum is open. Please, you can ask doubts. So we're gonna again revise the rings. First, the chilled, refreshing mojito, which is made by building up and the stirring. So first we have added our mint leaves into this by tapping it down, and lemon. We have muddled that to bring out the flavor. We have added, just because I have made strawberry mojito, so we have added strawberry syrup. You can also use the fruit. Then lots of ice, because this particular drink is very refreshing. In the hot summer, this is the drink. This is the drink. And then top it up with the soda water or lemon or lime water. You can also use Sprite into this, and honey or jaggery to this, and different fruits. Now coming to our beauty, which is a layered drink known as evening cooler. This particular drink is made of two citrusy fruits, that is orange and pineapple. We have layered it up by simply and slowly pouring it down and finished it up with the blue curacao drink, so that to give a distinct layer, if you see. Now a blended and the most easiest tropical drink, which is Pina Colada. Pina Colada is prepared with coconut milk or a coconut cream, paired with, blended with ice and pineapple juice. Now coming up to the citrus sparkle. Why sparkle? Because it has effervescence into it. So in this citrus sparkle, I have used two citrusy fruit, that is sweet lime juice and orange juice, paired up with our carbonated water, sweet lemon and lime water also, Sprite also. You can also use different types of citrusy fruit as well, just like grape wine, grapefruit. You can use that also. Now the herbal drink, which is cucumber gimlet. Cucumber gimlet is prepared by mixing cucumber puree with our tonic water. Tonic water is a medicinal water, and it is a very great mixer. Now I've said a word mixer. Mixer is particular thing which is about adding up to your main ingredient drink, like juice. I have used puree as the main flavor and then I have mixed this thing. So that's why it is called mixer, an add-on drink to give it more body. And our last is purple mule, created from jamun and ginger ale. Wanna kick it up like a mule. So, fun from Patrick. Of course, I have created this drink. So, how would I judge that this particular drink is up to the taste or the standard? A very amazing strategy. You can take your straw. Remember, just block it this way. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a taste to it. Amazing. It is tasting good. So, here the class. If you have any question, you can definitely ask me.
Now, one of our students is asking that in the cucumber drink, we can use some other fruity or some other flavor.
Yes, you can use, but just make sure it is on a healthier side. Or else you can mix match your flavors. It is all about the creating magic and innovations. Any other questions before we gonna wrap it up? So, thank you everyone. Drink responsibility and cheers. हो गया? Done? Save?